Told you I'd be back. I told you I'd be back. Luke, I am your father.
Okay. Yes, boy. Super duper. Way to go. Neato, okay. Yes, boy. And super duper. That's nice.
5 to go. With actually more than 5 to go. There's actually 9 to go. But I was tired of waiting. And so I pushed the start button. No one tell D-Mac. Don't tell the 5 to go gods. They'll know that I started early. What if I told you that
pain is the process, hurt worth the cost,
lesser,
more be the option, sticking in.
That's not the energy that we're looking for. That's not the energy we want. That's not the energy we want. We want this energy. Where were they? Nuggets up 109-84. Q. Against the Clip Show. Oh.
You should be careful what you ask for. Cash flow, everyone around me. Feeling for the money, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Bashful.
It is 5 to go. Key with Truth. Or Lamena. Got my spectacles. Got you. Got your thoughts. But without butter, that's just some dry toast. Hunger's a mother cousin. I'm going to do y'all one better. We're going to try something. Cock sideways. Fridays. Hey. We're going to do something different. I'm from Nordy Cal. You guys can help me test something out. Hold on.
Leaning heavy on the throttle, fuel ready on that octane. Muscle to tussle within the glove box. Love lost and shots rain. Like I swear that's what the massive hollow hooked on the cook we provide you with.
99 cents on that iTunes. Yep.
That there a classic dollar spent and a fast dollar earned. Plus it smashed when it turned.
Hold on. Don't you worry. I'm taking care of it. If you should feel so inclined, drop me a phone call. I'm going to put a phone number.
It's a feat I can't explain. That transforming the booth to Superman without his cape and without a suit, just a mic.
There you go. But it emanates with a fire that's unrestrained as I. What have been your observations? But I'm just one man, and I'll take your calls. If you don't feel like talking, you might go to voicemail. If it goes to voicemail, just leave a message. Yeah. A real good showing for the boys. I ain't gonna hold you. Any win without Joker on the floor, since the Nuggets are statistically the worst team in the league without his services, is a good win. Norman Powell's been eaten like he's prone to do against us, but they haven't let anybody else get loose. And these are the games that you'll say, oh, well, you know, you're supposed to hammer the Clippers. And I would agree with you. And 111-84, 7:17 left in the fourth. 6 Nugs in double figures. 9 have scored. 21 from Jamal Murray. I mean, can't have a lot of complaints when they do it up like that. When they play it like that, you won't get a lot of complaints. And that's it's professionalism, really. These are the games that show you, and maybe even show their best player. Like, what are we really working with here? What do we got? You get great energy and production always out of Russell Westbrook. 19 points, 8 of 16 from the floor, just the same energies, plus 17. Everyone on the Nuggets is in the plus, so that's good. Julian Strawther, a plus 22. That's fucking dope. Everybody's in the plus, and that's a plus. Plus 24 for Jamal Murray. Jamal's had a really. Hold on. We give credit where credit's due now. We ain't just gonna hate.
Burger.
Not burgers.
Burger.
I mean, it was good. I think it's a really good showing from Jamal. I think Jamal has quietly just let his play speak. Dario Saric as well. Guys that I'm loath, especially one guy, Dario Saric, that I'm loath to really credit for his basketball prowess. I mean, sure, he's gotten his pocket picked 4 or 5 times. I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed you so much. I love you. I love my guys, man. My chat. I missed you too. I missed you as well. Oh my god. I promise myself. It's pretty good, huh? And the Academy Award goes to. What have you been your observations? What have you noticed? Was there anything that surprised you tonight? Anything that you caught that maybe I missed? Yes, it's the Clippers. Yes, it's the Clippers. But quite honestly, these are the games that I'm watching most closely. By the way, I just want to send a shout out. If anybody in the chat or anybody listening, you got family, you got people in SoCal. I know my sister just had to evacuate. The fires have reached the Hollywood Hills. Check in on your people is all I'd say. If you got people in SoCal, check in on your people. Usually when we hear about these wildfires in California, it's usually happening in places where you're like, people in Malibu have to, enact their fire hazard insurance, millionaires. Who cares? I don't really mean that. I mean, but in general, you know what I mean? When it hit the Hollywood Hills, my sister literally has had to evacuate from, the Hollywood sign might burn. So, fuck, that's wild. The game looks like a G League game, so sloppy. I know. Most basketball right now, I'll be honest with you. Fandom, Christian Brown. What can Brown do for you? You sent that text, by the way, fishing at, now I'm East Coast, 11:11 my time. This text came. I love you. I love you, Vision. I love you. Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker. I'll bow tie, nice shirt ya. With a extendo that about this long and it flips both ways like vice versa. What? Oh, Christian Brown. What can Brown do for you? 116, 88? 88. Get the feeling straight. It has played out like a G League game. I think most NBA games play out like G League games, to be quite honest with you. Christian Brown, 15 points tonight. Shoots an efficient. What is he, 6 of 8 from the... Come through, Christian Brown, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3.
I'm a nice worker.
I missed you too, Nelson. Wait a minute. Wait. I missed you too, Nelson. I missed you. You guys are my guys. Pretty good, huh? And the Emmy goes to our boys. Did step it up tonight. This is what you have to have from a contender. I don't have any misgivings. I don't know about you guys. Barring a I'm talking about blockbuster trade that brings something like a Jimmy Butler to town. I have no delusions that the Nuggets are going to win the NBA title this year. I'm not going to do that to myself, nor would I sit here and lie to you about it. But what you want to know is that you got a shot to keep heading in the right direction. And the right direction for this team is to figure out who the hell else can play basketball professionally besides Nikola Jokic and Russell Westbrook, like and Aaron Gordon. Like, what else do you got? Who are guys that can dedicate themselves? And so when you get in a game like this, you get to see whose game is what. And what I've seen is Peyton Watson might have a little more playmaking ability than I've seen from him, and that means that it's just an opportunity thing. Not that Peyton Watson hasn't been given the opportunities. I think it's an opportunity to see yourself as more than an also-ran when Joker's on the court. Here's something that I've noticed in the last 2 games. How is it that guys who up until this point, I mean, look at the Clippers scoring. That is abysmal. Norman Powell gives you 30. James Harden was like, not tonight. I don't feel like it. That's got to suck. That's got to hurt as a Clippers fan just to see like what, there's no help's coming. Ain't nobody coming to help you. Kevin Porter Jr. is, dude, cut it out. Move. My dog is trying to cuddle up underneath my Bosu ball. Like, what are you doing? Good question. Very good question. Wonder what DeRon Holmes would have done this year. What up, Holmes? I'm this is good. You sound like Daniel. I need Malone fired immediately. Took MPG out. I'm 1 point shy. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. Jesus. Mike Malone really fucked you over. Jalen Pickett with a 3. All right. 101. Me too. I just like Russie blows. I call him Russie. Russie blows more bunnies than I'd like to admit for a guy who I really think is like first ballot. Like, how do you blow bunnies? I don't know. But every night he brings it. Every night he brings it. He just cares. He just gives a shit. And it's nice to see. Where's THC? Hook fishing up. THC. Mike Malone did him dirty. Dirty girded him. 129 to 110. You can probably hear my TV. He's not supposed to. I got to be careful with that. 120. Oh, man. The Nuggets are balling. 122 to 96. Okay, so my question is how do you get this type of production out of guys when Joker's around? Because guys act like they know, like they, you know what I mean? And it's like, I get it that you got the greatest safety blanket that one could ever hope for, because you can just lean back and be like, yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I got to answer this because I told my sister I would. Hold on.
Easy dick. What if I told you that pain is the process, Hurt worth the cost lesser. More be the options. Sticking and moving, picking and choosing, bitching and losing solid ground.
Thank you guys for your patience. That was my sister calling from California, letting me know that she's okay and that she's got assurances that the fires that are burning out there, they're letting them burn a little closer to the hills. It's not so much a structural thing. I think they're trying to do that thing where you let something burn until it burns itself out. It's kind of like letting your kids play until they just peter out. So appreciate you. All right. Yeah, what is it with guys though that, you know, it's like no Joker and then guys find their game. Everybody except for Zeke Najee finds their game. Now, again, it's the Clippers. It's like grain of salt time. You know, the Broncos whoop the feet. They whoop feet against Kansas City, but you got to take into account those are the also rans. You still whoop their feet though, and I'm whooping feet. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. This one felt good. This one felt good for me because we needed to see that there's some modicum of basketball talent on this team outside of its 2-3 guys. When I say talent, let me rephrase that. Professionalism. And honestly, Fishing, I know it hurt, but doesn't it feel a little better to see Jamal Murray have the type of game that he had tonight? Did that help? You can tell me. You probably didn't. You're probably like, fuck that. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care. That sucks. Damn, Mike Malone. You want me to you want me to pass it on to D-Mac? D-Mac's at the arena. He can ask Mike Malone about it in the post game. Ask him about your parlay if you want. My dog is doing everything in his power to make himself a part of this broadcast. Shut up. He's doing everything in his power. Oh, Hunter Tyson denied. God, that was bad. Hunter Tyson got denied at the rim. If we want to make a playoff run, we're going to need our guys to play like they did tonight, but with Joker on the court as well. Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out when you see it go like this. What are y'all scared? Y'all scared to call? I know you are. It's all right. You can send me a text on that line too, or just, call and leave a message. How about that? I won't answer the phone. You guys are camera shy or whatever. I won't answer. You're stage fright shy. I won't answer the phone. Just leave a message. 330-271-0234. Yeah, you want to know that guys can put that type of effort and thought into playing while Joker's around, right? And it's like, so your best player isn't available and you play better. That's weird. Encouraging to see that guys have it, whatever it is. Weird when you figure like, well, then shouldn't it just be that much easier when your best player's on the court? Does he suck that much air out of the room? Are you that intimidated? I don't get it. I don't understand that one. And again, all things considered, it is the Clippers. But you can only play the ones that are in front of you, and the Clippers are 20-16. And this is one of those stretches where you can do the difference between the West is wide open. Let me tell you something. Zeke Najee into the scoring column dunking with a dunk. No. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I asked for. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I asked for. Not only is it not what I asked for, it's not what I wanted.
You are spazzing already.
Who wants to have some fun? I do.
I want to have some fun. Why can't the Nuggets actually play hard ever? What do we think? It's coaching, or does the team quit at times? I think this team quits at times, to be honest with you. I think there are guys who just don't value their jobs. And I don't mean like they're going to lose them. I mean, it's like you're talking about everybody on the Nuggets roster is a legit millionaire. And some of the guys, the Zeke Najees, the Peyton Watsons, obviously Christian Brown, you got champions on this roster. But It's that nothing ventured, nothing gained type of champion, unless you're talking about Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray. You know, they ventured in that season. You know, they put the work in. DeAndre Jordan, of course, you know, was around. So you got champions on this squad, but did you earn it? But you could still walk around and show your ring off. They had a whole thing where they were showing the making of the ring. It's a fire fucking ring. But you really have to think about, Bones Highland getting the love from his former teammates. He left town in a bad way, didn't he? Let's see. If only Malone could get guys to care this much every night. I know. I see where you're going, Daniel. I see where you're heading. I see where you're heading with it. It is a question, though. How is it that you're able to get more production out of your guys without your best player than with him? Shouldn't it be easier? Because they didn't do anything special. Shouldn't it be easier to play with a guy it's not like Joker doesn't like to move the ball around. Is it that they just don't know what to do when he's around? Hopefully these games without him sparks that, and it's just like, now imagine what it could look like if you did that when he was there. You wouldn't look like a team. We wouldn't look like a team that has no talent. I remember a game a long time ago where Najee had like 30 versus the Knicks. He's regressed. I thought Zeke Najee was going to be a player, to be honest with you. He's regressed tremendously, and you can only attribute that to coaching. Let's see what Scott Hastings has to say with Michael Porter Jr.
We just got a resilient group. We didn't like the outcome of the game yesterday, so we wanted to come out here and get a win, and we got one. So it was a good game.
You in the last 5, 6, 7 games been shooting lights out. What's going on? Anything different? You just see the big basket.
Just shooting with confidence. You know, our coaches are doing a great job telling us to keep shooting even when we
hear that?
So then the teammates are finding me, so they're doing a great job.
Yeah, the one thing you've added in your game this year also, a lot of back doors, guys going to overplay and try to get physical, getting a lot of layups this year, aren't you?
Yeah, that's a credit to my teammates for looking for me and making good passes.
All right, you got Nikola Jokic. What's the difficulty trying to play a game without the big fella?
I think offensively, you know, he commands so much attention. It makes the rest of our job easy. So tonight we
doesn't seem like that.
And look for baskets in other ways, but we're looking forward to getting him back. Hopefully Friday.
All right, last thing. You're kind of reserved guy, kind of quiet, you and me. But when Russ gets out there and gets this crowd going, what are you thinking when you see him getting this crowd going?
Yeah, man. That's he brings a different component to our team. You know, the fans love him, we love him, and he brings the energy every night. So I love having him on the team.
All right, let's go. Let's get Brooklyn. All right, that's Michael Porter Jr.
Fishing. You don't like Hayseed? You're not a fan of Hastings? You're not a fan of Hastings? I've worked with him, so maybe I have just a different lens. Yeah, I think he's a good enough dude. But it's okay if you don't like him. I know he complains about officiating a lot. What do you think we could get for Sarge and Tyson? Chicken? Reused joke, but still effective.
Look at his bum ass.
You know, I don't think it's anything that you couldn't get just picking up a guy off waivers. And there are guys out there. Lonnie, what's his last name? Not Baxter. Lonnie. Fill it up. I'm going to look up in NBA free agents. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. Remember when Rod Smith said he was nervous every day he went to work not to see his jersey hanging? No NBA player knows it. I know. That's how you would change. I'm telling y'all. It's like Lonnie Walker Jr. Exactly. Thank you, Lonnie Walker Jr. Just go get a guy who can fill it up off waivers, just so you can have more scoring on your bench. And then you don't have to worry about going to a Dario Saric. Just go get somebody and I know Lonnie Walker Jr. is out there. I don't think anybody's picked him up, and he can fill it up. You just got to add scoring to your bench. To answer your question, I don't think you get anything for Hunter Tyson and Dario Saric that's worth, I don't know. I mean, it's worth the trade, sure. But I mean, hopefully you can bring picks back. Are they going to get you any picks? No. Because that's what you need. You need picks. I can't stand Scott. Yeah, you can hear it. Russ makes guys feel bad for not putting effort out. Agreed. Because he's like, if I can do it, what the fuck is your problem? What's your excuse? I'm older. He's older. You know, I don't have a ring yet. You got one. Like, what the fuck is the problem? I'm not as skilled. You are, I guess, but you're not. Six pack. His brother was my landlord when I lived in Kansas. Okay. The plot thickens. I want to hear more of this story. Hayseed. Oh. 2-piece and a burnt biscuit. That's what I figure you're getting for Hunter Tyson and Dario Saric. Why do we quit? These are questions that Daniel likes to ask, but he's being good. Why do we quit on the first games of back-to-backs, undefeated on second night? That's a good question. They were 7-0 coming in on back-to-back nights, weren't they? Do we think some of the guys have lost trust in Malone, or do they get scared to play hard in the first game? I don't think you get scared to play hard. I just don't think this is a team that takes its. I think this team is full of, and I think it's indicative. I think the Nuggets are a barometer. They are the quintessential NBA team. It's full of a bunch of guys who are millionaires and see no reason whatsoever to take their job seriously. Everybody's too cool. You see them in warm-ups. Everybody's joking. Everybody's laughing. You know, and there's this part too. There is this part. The Clippers aren't the Celtics. Right. It depends on who you get in that game too. I'd like to go back and look at who the game 2 team was in the back-to-back. What you're learning about the Nuggets is that they're not as good as the good teams, but they're better than the bad teams, and that should leave you positioned around the 4 seed. 4 seed should get you, a first round Vic, and then everything after that is kind of like, I guess you kind of find out where you fall in the pecking order, isn't it? Lost trust in Malone because they lost the first game of back-to-back. That's a reach. Vlada? Is it Vlada? Welcome to the party, pal. We ain't seen you in here.
Bum ass.
Oops, that's not for Vlada. No. I don't mean that for you, Vlada. Welcome to the party.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Who's Jason Hunt? Jason Hunt, welcome to the party.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Daniel Flores, welcome to the party.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Fuck it, a win is a win. You got damn right it is. God damn right it is. Just a snippet, but the day before I moved in, his brother went into the house, pulled all the gas lines for the hookups, and didn't say anything. Wow. Then I met Scott. Ended up telling him to his face his brother was a slumlord because he's such an ass. Hey. Fishing, that's why I fuck with you. Talk your shit. Don't let nobody get over on you.
OREN.
Okay, all right.
I don't give a damn who you are. Hayseed, Hastings. What's your name? Blau? Hella bad. It's all the same. Taking a chance on playing hard and losing the first game, then being tired the second game and losing. Got you. That's an explanation. Well, it's not really a chance because you're getting paid millions of dollars to play gym for a living. Like, what are we asking them to put on the line? Nobody's asking you to defend a beachhead. No offense to you, Jason. I'm just saying. You're not being asked to sort of, storm Normandy. It's just basketball. We're just asking you to act like you play gym for a living and care about it. I don't know. Seems like a pretty cakewalk to me. Seems like something that a person who valued.
When people in China watch the.
Seems like it's something that a person who valued their opportunities would just go, I get to do this for a living? This is my job? Like, for real? Oh, Malone's talking. Let's hear what he's got to say.
To give in to the readily available excuse of we lost at 8 o'clock last night. We didn't have Nicole and Aaron. We played hard, and we never buy into that. And you have to give our players all the credit in the world because Our starters set the tone. The guys on the bench came in ready to play. And as a micro goal in this league, you never want to lose 2 in a row. I mean, I just really want to make sure you don't have extended losing streaks. And that was a big game. You asked a question pregame. How important is this? Because we tied up the head-to-head. It's a Western Conference win. It's a win at our home. And our guys were outstanding. The defense was terrific. And obviously, Russ had a great game. Jamal. You look at the whole starting lineup. And then off the bench, Julian and Peyton, Dario. Those guys were all keys to getting this win. So happy, and we'll get some rest tomorrow and get ready for Brooklyn.
Michael, I know you said Russ's family and his people were kind of out of harm's way pregame, but just how impressive is it to get that kind of performance from him, given just everything that's going on? So,
yeah, I mean, it speaks to him just being a pro's pro, a vet, experienced, and I don't know if you guys notice, because Russ always plays hard as hell. I think he plays a little bit harder against the Clippers. The game matters just a little bit more. He hates to lose, and sometimes he's a guy that literally, like, you always hear it, but he imposes his will in the game. You know what I mean? It really does. It's incredible to watch the things that he does, the aggression, the attack mindset. 19, 8, and 6 tonight. And what he's doing as a 17-year vet is just incredible. CB had good moments. Michael Porter was super efficient tonight. DeAndre Jordan stepping in, battling Zubats, getting us 12 and 9. He had a hell of a pass, and he's doing this to the bench like he's a playmaker. But good team win. And, you feel good when you're able to have wins like this, because it seems like we've had so many games that have gone down to the wire. And so to get a game like this was rewarding.
Tonight and last night, Julian.
Maybe we'll get a DMAC question.
What are you seeing from him these past 2 games that you've been able to perform like that?
I would just say confidence and aggression. I grabbed him during the game last night. I'm running plays for him, and he came off of a screen. He caught the ball, and he didn't even look at the rim. His head was down. I said, every time I draw a play up for you, or you come off the pin down, your eyes have to be on the rim. I want you shooting the ball. I'm on him more about not shooting it than I am shooting the ball. So we need him to be aggressive. But as you mentioned, 16 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. And what you love about Julian is he's not just a one-trick pony. He can shoot the 3. He's got deep range, but he has the ability to get downhill. He has the ability to finish as well as make plays for his teammates. And again, I thought Peyton, Dario, I have to give him a lot of credit. We're all real positives for our bench tonight.
When you don't have Jokic or Gordon, it can maybe be easy to, I guess, not try quite as much to get into the teeth of their defense. What kind of across the board effort does it take to end up with 56 points in the paint anyway?
Well, to your point, I think part of that is having 29 in transition. And that's predicated off the defense and the defensive rebounding. We did a good job rebounding tonight. To hold them to 37% and only 9 offensive rebounds, that's a huge step forward for us, especially coming off the game last night where it really burned us. The turnovers were also real. I mean, that team, that's what they do every night, Bennett. We only had 12 tonight. But if you can get stops and get runouts and attack them before they get set.
This is good. This is good, Malone.
Half court for 48 minutes. They're just too good defensively. And then when we were in the half court, sometimes you get caught over dribbling, and that's when you get into trouble. But we had guys that were able to get
caught over dribbling. That's a straight message to Jamal.
I would say just the discipline. That first quarter was great. We set the tone. We watched clips at halftime, Katie, and I showed some clips. First quarter, really disciplined, communicated. Everybody was flying around, 5 guys playing as one. Second quarter, we had a lead, and we started kind of making things up. And that's why they have that big second quarter. And then I thought we got back in that third quarter to doing what we were supposed to do. So what stood out
professionalism,
to me was the buy-in and commitment and the discipline throughout.
I'm gonna let this go like a minute more, and then we'll get to chopping it up.
From the 3-point line, gets the offensive rebound. They call it lane violation, and they just again gets the offensive rebound. What do you just think of that sequence from him?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, this game means a little bit more to him because of who we're playing. But again, like Russell Westbrook is just relentless in everything he does. And so when there's a free throw, I got one on you. Oh, it's the very next one. And he gets another one with Zubats out there. It just speaks to his relentless attack mindset. And the guy will never, ever, ever take a backward step in his life. And I love that about him.
The outstanding silent reporter that I brought up this point.
Who might that be?
It's your boy Scott Hastings fishing. That's your boy Scott asking the question.
But you don't want to play without Nikola Jokic. I mean, that's just the kind of player he is and how good he is. But it just seems like you've seen some growth from guys that come off the bench or whatever they're doing. It just seemed there was a growing period over the last 2 nights between guys that mostly come off and play bench. Do you see that? Do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Nikola missed that 3-game road trip earlier in the season. We went 1-2, New Orleans, Memphis. And then obviously, he's sick. I hope he's feeling better. But
Christmas, it's Serbian Christmas.
And I think you know this from being around us for the last 10 years. Whether it's Nikola, whether it's Jamal, whether it's whoever, we don't spend a whole lot of time worrying about who's out because we got to worry about the guys that are able to play. And coming up with a game plan offensively and defensively that's going to give us a chance to go out there and win. We prepare to win every night. We expect to win every night. And when you don't, like I said last night, there's no moral victories. I loved how hard we played, but it's still a loss. End of the season, that's all anybody's going to see. We lost to Boston at home. And so for us to go out there tonight and to play as well as we played over a 48-minute stretch against a team, as I reminded our players before we came out, we're 20-15, they're 20-16. We're down 1-2 against them head-to-head. This game has a lot of impact. So you lose one game in this situation, you go from 4th to 7th place. And our guys understood that. And, we found a way. And I'm proud of our guys for doing so.
All right. Well, there you have it, Nuggets fan. Fishing, your guy, the brother of the worst slumlord, Kansas's slumlord, slumdog millionaire, son of a bitch, whatever your name is, Hastings. Treat my boy like that. We'll find you. I thought that was a good question at the end, though. What is it? Why is it that you're getting? I mean, are you impressed by the effort that you're getting out of guys when you don't have Nikola? And, Rusty's about to talk. We're going to hear from Russell Westbrook. You guys want to hear from Russell Westbrook? Let's hear from him.
Obviously, you have a lot of family and friends out in Los Angeles. Just how is everything going for you?
For me personally, it's fine. Family is safe, but unfortunately, just people that I know, close friends and family have lost, their homes and everything. So, the last couple of days, honestly, I've just been praying so much for not just people I know, but for everyone. Being from LA and never seeing anything like this before, and not being able to do nothing is really difficult. So just grateful for all the first responders, all the firefighters, everyone who's helping, trying to help, and can say, I'm not even sure what's happening right now. My wife just texted me about school being closed again. There's another fire, I think West Hollywood somewhere. So just staying prayerful, man, to be honest, and hopefully we can get things in control. And I know it's going to be a tough rebuild, but LA is very strong, and we can stick together and make something happen.
How do you separate that and focus on this?
There's our boy. That's D-Mac.
And did you feel a little bit for the guys from the Clippers, too, that must be dealing with?
Yeah, you know what? It's tough, man. It's hard for me to sleep, to be honest. I was supposed to take a nap today. It was hard for me to do that. And just because I care so much just about, see Los Angeles and not just that, making sure family, friends, just people just watching videos of things that's going on that used to be their businesses, homes, everything is people didn't put their lives, savings, whatever they may have into some of their properties and real estate, and it's all gone, and nothing you can do about it. And to me, that hurts me personally. And not being able to do nothing is difficult for me to be able to see and watch. So I think the best thing I can do is, obviously this is my job, but go out and try to give people joy, inspiration by going out and playing the game hard as I can. And
God,
sure that
I really like Russell
Westbrook. So making sure I find ways to be able to help any way I can.
Russ, coach says you play exceptionally hard every night, but he thinks that you play a teeny bit harder against the Clippers. How much harder do you play against?
I play hard every night, man. I play hard every night. I love to compete. I love to compete at the highest level. And tonight just happened to be the Clippers, but I compete every single night, and I'm happy we took care of business like we supposed to, and it took care of it. So
it's how hard you play, why the fans, it seems like everywhere you stop, the fans just flock to you and just fall in love with you.
Yeah,
until you leave.
Yeah, I'm grateful, man, for that. I'm grateful everywhere that I've been a part of in every organization. I do connect with the fans very well, and I leave it on the line every night.
No question.
I'm grateful to be able to do that every single night, and I don't take a possession or this game for granted because it's not promised to you by any means. And there are, kids and people that look up to me and look up to the things I'm able to do on the floor. So I love to use this game and this platform to inspire people just from watching me play. And yeah, being a fan favorite is enjoyable. It's fun. Games are fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to be a boring game. People come to watch.
Me too,
an exciting game, and I try to do that for them.
Me too.
Is there anything about Denver that surprised you, or are things going the way?
Our boy D-Mac.
No surprise to me. The fans has always been great. Unfortunately, I've been on the other side of it most of the time, but they've always been a very, very amazing fan base, and I'm happy to be a part of it now.
Russ, you were asked before the season about your skill set being unique to this team, and you said it was unique to your last two teams too.
Sure.
You weren't always playing your position. Your stats as a starter this season are pretty similar to what they've been throughout the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What do you think that says about those comments that you made preseason?
Just being in position, being able to play my game consistently all year long, and when I'm able to do that, I feel more comfortable on the floor. I'm able to get my teammates involved and be able to put wins on the which is most important. And I'm
gonna let him finish,
I'm allowed to do that.
and we're gonna talk about Russell Westbrook.
A rhythm inside this team, especially when we have guys in and out of the lineup. It's important that I make sure that I stay consistent as the season goes along and find ways to help this ball club.
Eventually, guys are in and out, but it feels like even when you guys are fully healthy, you still do have that rhythm where you have the ball in your hands and playing position.
Yeah,
so I'm thankful for you for that.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that. It's important. That's my strong suit. Being a point guard, I know a lot of times, people see me and think I can be off the ball, be or whatever. I can play any position that's needed for me, but in this game, I'm a point guard, and that's the position I play. And being on the team, especially here with Nicole, and being able to have so many great teammates that allow me to do that, I'm grateful for that, especially with Mike as well.
What do you find the best about working with Jamal then when you guys are out?
Jamal's really good, man, at catching and shooting and playing off the ball, and I find ways to be able to try to make the game easier.
Thoughts about replacing him in the starting lineup?
Myself on the floor with anybody, and I think he's doing a great job of learning me a little more, playing with better pace, and you can see that he's catching a good rhythm as the season goes along.
Russ, what stands out about what DJ was able to give you guys tonight?
Okay, I'm gonna
his energy.
Hold on.
Did a great job of being disruptive. He disrupted a lot of plays that you don't see in the stat sheet. Did a great job of rebounding the basketball, and it was good to see him out there and run and see his old bud get some dunks. So it's good.
Russ, can you just take us through that sequence with the lane violation and then the?
All right, I'm gonna jump out of this because I want to hop in here. And if he says anything of note, apologies to Russell Westbrook. I think that the Flowers are not only, like Daniel's asking, what's his contract and do we need him long term? Somebody look that up for me. Hold on, I'll get it. I don't need y'all to do my work for me. Fishing in here talking about D-Mac works his ass off. I work my ass off too. I just want to be loved. I'm kidding. D-Mac does work his ass off. Spot rack. Let's see what that Russell Westbrook contract is, because honestly, I'd love to see him finish his career in a Nuggets uniform. And just like I'd love to see Joker finish his career in a Nuggets uniform. And I'd love to see this team contend for a title. Couple 2-3 titles. Bring home couple 2-3. And honestly, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility, even as currently constituted, if they're able to shore up certain deficiencies. And those deficiencies are, yes, 2 years, 6.7. You beat me to it. I mean, he's on a vet. I mean, could you imagine Russell Westbrook makes $3 million a year? Russell Westbrook makes $47 million less than Bradley Beal. Let that sink in for a second. Russell Westbrook makes $47 million less than Brad Beal. That's fucking that's nuts. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's nuts. And then he's an unrestricted free agent come 26-27. I'm telling you, if this team needs more Russell Westbrooks, that is diabolical. He makes $47 million less than a guy who I guarantee, if Brad Beal sees the Hall of Fame, it'll be with a ticket going to visit it with me. That is wild. I don't mean to pocket watch. I'm definitely not trying to say Brad Beal shouldn't get his money. Get it how you live, player. But that dude is extremely overpaid. Here's another one. Hold on. It gets worse. Russell Westbrook makes $5 million less than Zeke Naji. Let that sink into your gray matter. I'm going to say it again. Russell Westbrook makes $5 million less than Zeke Naji. I know he made his money. $345 million. It ain't nothing to sniff at. It ain't nothing to sneeze at. I'm just saying, annually, when you size it up, worth, value, I think Russell Westbrook earned that 304. I don't know if anybody earns more than. I mean, if you earn $250 million plus playing but professional gym, our priorities are fucked up because teachers don't make a scintilla of that. But it is what it is. And as all things considered, Russell Westbrook is hands down first ballot Hall of Famer. I think you could never question his professionalism or his effort. I think he's given every franchise that he's played everything that he has. And even the surlier parts of him, I don't have a problem with because somebody's got to be the bad guy. And I'm glad that he's our bad guy. So, yeah, athletes get paid ridiculous amounts of money. But comparatively speaking, let me sink this dart into your gray matter again. Russell Westbrook this year will make $5 million less than Zeke Naji and $47 million less than Brad Beal. And there's no question that one of those guys doesn't even deserve to be able to clean out Russell Westbrook's locker. No offense, Zeke Naji. And the other guy's Brad Beal. Let your gray matter eat that dart. Somebody's got to do something to get this shit under control in the NBA because that's why guys don't play hard. 5th and 6th highest paid Nuggets are basically producing nothing for almost $14 million. There you go. You want to know what's wrong with this team? Mind you, they got to win. There's no pissing, there's no moaning. Win's a win. Did yourselves better in the Western Conference, all the things in the standings, but we're realists around here. And I'm just saying, like, damn. It was a great win, though, tonight.
Because I've got 2 kids at the Sorbonne, I'm paying off a Mercedes, and I need to get this taken care of before it all falls apart.
Terrence McKenna. I don't know exactly how that's applicable, but such a wise man. The psychedelics will do that for you. Well, Nuggets fan, That was entertaining. I'm going to read your texts. Sarge making more than half of the team is hilarious. Yeah. Weird. What are the chances we make a big move before the trade deadline instead of doing absolutely nothing like last season? Also, screw Jay Harden. Shave it, bruh. Yeah, the beard is weird. Your beard's weird. Oh, you guys want to hear from Jamal Murray? Let's do it. What? Talking to the microphone.
It's gonna be a lot of, I don't know. It's a long season, so it's a lot of up and downs, and we just gotta weather the storms. And
Do you think that's something that people maybe underrate about how difficult an 82 game season is? It's just when you get into these moments where
stop giving these dudes excuses. An 82 game season is difficult.
yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody who's not in it would understand.
Oh my God!
But that's what we do, man. That's what we do. So we just gotta figure out a way to, like I said, weather the storms and come back. But I think just the intent and the focus that we're playing with, you know, even though we lost to Boston, it was still great energy and intent, and we just gotta keep that kind of focus. We can beat anybody, no matter who's out. So, like I said, on the second night of back-to-back, so that was a good win. We'll take it.
Does it mean anything to you that you guys are 8-0 on the second night of back-to-back? Is that meaningful in any way?
For sure.
In what way?
I mean, it just shows ourselves the resiliency and what we can do. You know what I'm saying? That's not easy to do, especially when guys are out and going against good teams. So I think it's something that we can look ourselves in the mirror and be like, this is what we're capable of. This is no matter how tired, no matter how, whatever, you know, how unprepared, whatever you guys, I don't know, we can go out and do it and win the game. So as long as we bring the right energy, we're good.
Bring the right energy.
4 of 6 from 3 tonight, and it looks like you.
I'm gonna give him one more
Pulling
question.
out the blue arrow. What were you thinking in that moment?
I just don't remember last time I had 2 threes in a row. So it felt good to come down and just pull it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been frustrated, just missing some good looks, and you know, it felt good to hit a couple like that.
What do you think you can take from these 2 games when you get Nicola back?
What way? Like from ourselves? I think we just, you know, everybody's, you know, with those 2 guys out, everybody's having a chance to step up and have the ball in the hand more and kind of, you know, play their game and stuff like that. So,
oh boy, I knew it.
I think just kind of carry this over for when everybody gets back. You know? I don't think we got to overthink it. I think it's just a confidence booster when you get to, you know, like Julian and P-Wad and even Hunter, getting more opportunity, you know, even to make a mistake and come back from it. I think, you know, those moments are huge. So, like I said, all this is just preparation for the playoffs and getting right, because we're going to need the young guys. We're going to need them. And yeah, so that's,
you guys hear what I hear?
Confidence booster.
How's it different for you coming off a DeAndre Jordan screen versus a Nikola Jokic screen?
Well, when I'm with DJ, I'm keeping it. No, I'll get him when he's running out the room. But it's just, yeah, I don't know, just a different, obviously it's a different look I'm looking for, a different read I'm looking for. That's my Duolingo, sorry. With Yoga, it's just more reading the coverage and what they're going to do. Whereas with DJ, I'm looking to get in an area where they can't guard everybody, can't guard me or DJ or a single side guy. So just a different, I would say it's a different mindset. I'm reading 2 different things when those 2 guys are on the court.
What language are you trying to learn?
Japanese. I'm on a 93 streak, Japanese.
Isn't DJ also trying?
Yeah, we've been learning together.
Who's farther along?
He's actually taking like real classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are now 13-1 when you win the first quarter in a game. Just, I know that's kind of speaks for itself and how important it is
I got you, Ryan. It's we're so good at coming back. It feels really good to be up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just got to be a point of emphasis. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't have to be just the start of the game, but each quarter. Just come out and be aggressive and kind of set the tone for the quarter, and everything else will follow. I think these past few games, even if we're not in the lead, it's been a good start. You know what I'm saying? Even before the last game, so just got to stay with it. Just got to kind of make that a focal point. And like I said, when we bring the energy and from the get-go, we're a dangerous team. So, like I said, it was good to have the lead from the start of the game until the finish.
If you want to keep your family
All right.
private.
All right. Did y'all hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? Listen, man, I don't ever want to cast aspersions on people personally because you don't know these guys. We don't know these people. You don't know entertainers. You don't know your favorite athletes. You don't know these people. I get the sense that Jamal Murray is a bit misunderstood. He just finished up, so that's good. I get the sense that he's a bit misunderstood, but I also get the sense that he bristles at the thought that he's not this team's best player. Guys to be able to have the ball in their hands more, make more plays. When he was asked the question about playing without AG and Jokic, I could be reading way more into this than you tell me if you picked up the same thing. I could be reading way more into this than there is. But I just get the sense that he bristles at the thought that he's not the best basketball player on the roster. I think when they asked him about the difference between coming off a screen from DJ or coming off a screen from coming off a screen from DJ or coming off a screen from Jokic, and he's like, "Oh, if it's DJ, I'm keeping it," because that's what he would want to do all the time. And you know what? That's how basketball players are. Every basketball player thinks the ball should be in my hands, but the best ones understand that I'm not the best option. When you have Michael Jordan on your team, it's important if you're Scottie Pippen, then you go, I'm not the best option. When you have Shaq in his prime on your squad and you're Kobe Bryant, it's best that you realize I'm not the best option. I'm not the first best option, I should say. I think he bristles at the thought that he might be a very introspective guy. Maybe he's just moody, but I think he can't fathom how people don't see how great he is versus how great we know Joker is. You picked that up, Andon? I could be reading into it. I totally feel like, and I felt like that for a while. I used to see that early on. That's why I was always, Andon said he's trash on the mic. I used to say that when my brother would always tell me, my brother JR, shout out to my brother JR, he'd always be like, man, you got to ease up off Jamal. He's good. We love Jamal, Blue Arrow. And I'd be like, I don't think y'all see. I would see it in the games before the championship, the games when I'm like, that's your best guy on the court, but this guy thinks he's the best option. And that's problematic. And I just have never been able to shake that. And I think he still feels like that. Here he goes already. Conga said it. You could hear the, like, are we troubling you to be here? Now, I also don't expect guys to come out and just, glad hand and be fake. Be who you are. No reason to come out. But it's just like, damn, bro, is it that hard? Your job is that. It's just that taxing that you have to do this. Oh my God. How it just must be so. This is a guy, mind you, another guy who earns way more than Russell Westbrook. And you hear Russie coming out. He's got family that's dealing with, there's a joy and there's an energy. And with Jamal, it's just like Debbie Downer. Jesus, dude. Oh, we get it. Holy fuck. Oh. When guys are out, fucking kid can't even say AG or Jokic by name. He's salty as fuck. That's how I took from it. Reason I pounced on him is because I was such a huge fan in his attitude end of last season, and this makes me ultra critical of him. I wasn't a huge fan, but I'm definitely ultra critical of him because I'm just like, it just seems so burdensome. And then when he said the whole guys who don't play don't understand, I'm so sick of hearing that from athletes. It's, listen, bro, you ain't no goddamn rocket scientist. This shit ain't quantum physics. The athletes, that's the hiding spot. That's the place where they get to hide because you don't play the game. I've played pickup basketball, and you know what I know? Basketball is not rocket science because I can play it, and I could not design rockets. Basketball is not even football in certain regard. Like football is, reading defenses and all this other shit. What's it too high? All that. Basketball, yeah, there's field, strong side, weak side of the court. When a guy's shading you to this side, what are you going to do? But back screens, back pick, it's not rocket science. So when it's guys who don't play the game, please spare me. Please spare me. He's been salty since not making the All-Star roster and Jokic getting his third MVP. Yeah. It just sucks that it sounds like you just hear it. It's like, Jesus, God. I don't need you to come out and, be what you're not. I don't need you to be a joke maker, right? And if you're some dark, brooding human, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to be that. But my God, it sounds like it's such a chore to play the game. It sounds like it's like, oh my God, it's like people's houses are gone in Northern California. Like, pick it up in the sense that don't do it for me, do it for you. Like, I don't know. That's more of a human conversation. It's like, Jesus, Debbie Downer. Murray's putting up equivalent of a 36-year-old Westbrook. Yeah. Don't forget how much Kroenke make owning a PE class. Oh, got you. Don't forget how much Kroenkes make owning a PE class. Yeah, for sure. Only talk about player salaries relative to other players. A salary cap suppresses salaries and benefits the Kroenkes. Agreed. Athletes are entertainers like band members. If I drop my sticks on stage, I can't come off and say to a fan, you don't know because you don't play. Exactly. No one wants to hear that. And again, it's like, you guys act like this is like what you do is so complicated that a fan couldn't dare, an observer wouldn't dare understand the complexities of what you do, gym for a living. Spare me that part. Do all the other things. But that hiding spot, that place where athletes hide, please, God, spare me. Figure out a different thing to tell me why I can't criticize you. I'd much rather you say, my feelings get hurt easily, don't criticize me, than you to tell me, guys that don't play the game. What? God. I don't get all the hate for the Kroenkes still. You don't get it? Try watching a Nuggets game in town. Like, what? Daniel, I like you. I don't know if you're paying attention, though. Like, what? You don't get the hate? You can't see your team in town. What does that tell you about the ownership group? They could easily work that out because they own the television network. That's just, you put yourself to the side and you say, well, if Comcast gets the lion's share of the deal, at least my fan base who pays my bills, at least they get to watch their team. What? That's your one, Daniel. That's your one. You only get one. Everybody only gets one. I can't stop you from participating, but I can warn you that you only get one. Nuggets get the win tonight, though. Let's keep it light. 126-103. It's not Altitude's fault. It's on Xfinity. They hate sports. No, it's Altitude's fault that he can't work it out and just give it to the local then. You forget about your bottom line and you make sure that your fans are taken care of. You do. Hello, you play to win the game. You do what you have to do to make sure that your fan base gets at least to watch the games on TV. Like, fuck, you can't. Okay, don't make it $2 beers, but come on. And if you see what Matt Ishbia is doing down in Phoenix, he gets it. He's like, we're gonna make the game affordable to attend in person. There's no reason in the world you should be paying $6 for a hot dog that's gonna wreck your belly in the morning. Comcast fears making a deal with Altitude. They only fear it because they know they won't win making the deal. And to me, the TV rights, because the Kroenkes are NBA owners, so you already have a TV. You're already getting TV revenue money. You already got TV rights money coming to you. Everything that you negotiate with your hometown, and that's all gravy. And this is just This is the side of capitalism that we all hate, which is every single fucking dollar to the capitalist is just paramount. Increasing shareholders' value is paramount over just basic common human decency. I could talk about that shit all night, but we don't have all night. I'm quite sure that I've overstayed my welcome, to be honest with you. And with that being said, I'm gonna get the food. 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 Hey, hey, get the food. Get the fuck on. It's after 12. I should be in bed. Voodoo. Cut a shitty Comcast years ago, direct TV stream, because I want to have games. Miss the games all year. It's not hard. Huh? Conga. Yeah. 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 Great show. Thanks, Andon. Thank you. Andon. Hey. 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 Fishing. Hey. Hey. Conga. Hey. Hey. Daniel Miller. Hey. Hey. Dante. Hey. Hey. Who else? Andon. Did I get him? I think I got Andon. Conga, I got you already. Who else? We got some new people in here that I want to give shouts out to. Fishing. I think I got Fishing. I don't know if I got Fishing. Hey. Jason Hunt. Hey. Hold up. Who else? Blada. Hey. Daniel Flores. Hey. Hey. Huh? What? 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 Chris. Okay. Nelson Monegro. Hey. Hey. Okay. That'll do it for me. Definitely gonna have to do it for you because I'm done. That means you're done. Thank you so much for joining us for 5 to go. Love you much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.